Hey, Mike with Rove Pest Control here, and winter is coming. And are you prepared? Do you have effective ways of keeping bugs out this winter? Well, today's video I'm going to go through some different pest control tips you can use to keep bugs and pests out of your home this winter. So one thing to really keep in mind is that almost every pest issue that occurs in your home is going to come from the outside. So unless there's already pests in your home and they're nesting and getting together and causing issues, it's going to come from the outside and lead to a future issue. So some tips you can use to prevent that from happening this winter. One is going to be to make sure you don't have any debris or plants or wood piles or branches touching your home, because one thing to understand is that as temperatures drop and seasons change from fall to winter, pests are going to be looking for a new place to live. So with winter coming, what happens is they look to move indoors into your home. So if you have things like wood piles or plants that are touching your home, again, tree branches that are touching your home or that are close to your home, these can be easy access points for pests to get into your home. So make sure that you trim up plants that are on the side of your homes. If you have anthills along the sides or spider webs or again wood piles, various things like that, leaf piles, dirty gutters, all these things can attract pests and be homes for pests. And so again, the closer it is to your home, if it's touching, it's an easy access point for these pests to get in. From there, another thing to really focus on is going to be exclusion, which is basically sealing cracks and crevices around your home. So there's a lot of different ways pests can get into your home. It could be cracks in the foundation, along steps. What can happen as well, it could even be underground where you have little cracks and crevices. As your home ages and settles, those develop and pests can get in there. But some major ones that you can control, there's other entry points like under doors, in windows, through screens, through dryer vents, among other things that they can get into your home as well. And pests can get into very tiny openings around your home. Some pests can get in if they're insects like spiders or other pests like that, ants. It could be as small as 1/8 of an inch gap that they can enter your home. And then when it comes to like rodents and mice, that could be as small as 1/4 of an inch, and pests can get in with a gap that small as well. So a couple of things you can do on your end. You can seal cracks and crevices. Again, sometimes that can be difficult and very tedious and time consuming. Again, it's almost impossible to get all of those around your home. So exclusion works very well, but sometimes it's hard to find every entry point, so pests still can get in. But some of the simple ones that you can do is going to be repairing screen doors or window screens, because again, if there's openings in those, again, it can be very tiny, but pests can still get in those. So making sure that your screens are intact. Underneath doors is another common entry point for pests. So installing door sweeps is another effective strategy that can, again, minimize that gap where pests can get into your home. As well as with windows, sometimes they don't close all the way, or even if they are closed, there's little gaps that pests can get in. So installing weather stripping around window entry points can be another effective strategy, as well as paying attention to exit points from your home. So these could be exhaust fans, dryer vents, various things like that, where a lot of times you don't necessarily have a screen over those, or the screen is damaged, so pests can get in there. Or if you don't have a cover on it, another example, pests like bugs and then also rodents can end up getting into those. So make sure you check out those as well. There's other entry points that can happen. For example, if wires like phone lines or cable or power lines, whatever the case is, sometimes there's entry points at those and they're not properly sealed, so pests can get into those access points as well as vents on the top of your home like chimneys, various things like that. So there's a lot of different entry points that you can try and seal around your home. Again, like I said, this can be very costly and time consuming, and it's not guaranteed that you're going to find every single crack and crevice and entry point, so it might not always be worth it as well. Now, if you don't want to do this yourself, some pest control services do help you with exclusion, and that can be a part of their service. But on top of that, another effective strategy you can add on top of exclusion is going to be setting up a barrier treatment around your home. So pest control services like Rove Pest Control, we can put out a barrier of product around your home. And what this does, it's not going to necessarily keep pests from actually entering your home, but when they do and they cross that barrier, they're going to die very quickly. One of the main reasons why you have pest issues during the winter is pests get in, and then from that point they have ample food sources, water sources, and shelter, and then they continue to nest and breed, and then they cause issues in your home. So whether that's becoming more active, like rodents during the winter, or building up their numbers during the winter, like many other pests do, they kind of go into a sort of hibernation and breeding mode where they'll build up their numbers, and then come springtime when temperatures warm up again, they're going to start to come out and then cause pest issues in your home. So again, some of the main factors you want to do is clearing debris around your home, focusing on exclusion, and then having a pest control service create that barrier of product around your home. So implementing those can be some great strategies, some tips you can use to keep pests out of your home this winter. So again, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you do want to get that barrier set up, be sure to head on over to rovepestcontrol.com. And if you also happen to be a first-time customer with us, you can go to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off and enter your information there to get $50 off your first service with us. So again, head over to rovepestcontrol.com for any pest control problems and needs you want fixed. And then also as a first-time customer, you can go to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off to get that great discount. But thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.